behaviors of the people in your environment working for you in your institution on decision making abilities, teamwork abilities. Today I shall talk about the identifying the typical behavior in your colleagues and comrades and your subordinates, the communication abilities. My friend, the ability to make points so that others understand them and to comprehend the points the other makes. This is communication ability. So now identifying the typical behaviors in your staff, in your people where you're working, whether they have the communication abilities or not, you have to focus, just observe certain things which I'm going to share with you. First and foremost, notice that who are the people who speaks audibly and clearly. Speaking which can be heard and so explicitly, so clearly that they don't need any repetitions or clarification is the first mark that that staff, that person in your office or in your environment have the communication abilities. Then, if they use simple and concise language, very important for explaining. If you talk more and convey less, you do not have the communication abilities. If you talk less and communicate so much, you have the precise and the concise language, you have the communication abilities. Notice that. Here your people, and you already come to know. Then notice whether communicates on paper easily and well. That means your staff, your subordinates and peers must have your written expression very clearly. Again, concise and to the point, not beating around the bush. Nobody has got time to read long letters and read irrelevant, highfalutin words. Simple language, to the point, shortest. If someone can express in their written expression, take it that they have the communication abilities. Then notice all those people who listen to others with perception. Listening is a big quality when it comes to communication abilities. You cannot communicate properly, effectively if you don't listen. Notice those people who reads with speed and comprehension. They have the communication abilities. You can't expect someone to read a letter and takes months or days to understand what has been written. Anybody who reads with this speech and comprehends correctly certainly have the communication abilities. Then all those people who argues assertively but not argumentatively, they have the better communication skills. Anyone who is argumentative and argumenting on every point, he lacks the communication skill abilities. Any person who asserts himself on the same point, argues assertively with reasons and logic, certainly that person is better and he has the communication abilities. Then you notice your subordinates, your supervisor and executives, when they are conducting a meeting, just sit quietly and as an observer and watch. If he can chairs a meeting well, effectively giving chance to everyone to put up their points, and then giving a appropriate answer without acrimony, without losing its temper tenor, he or she definitely have the communication abilities better than others. Then those people who ensures good group communication, very important, upwards and downwards and sideways, lateral and parallel, both ways. If they can communicate with the group effectively, whether it's verbal or written memos or expression, they have certainly much better communication abilities than anyone else in your staff. Then these people who have the correct communication abilities in growing leadership, notice that they show awareness of the non-verbal communication. Even their body language speaks quite a lot. You will understand, you will exactly know what is going to the response, how it's taking, is positive or negative or even indifferent. And ultimately, I would say, all those people in your environment who have the communication abilities, notice them. They get other enthusiastic about their ideas. People feel nice about their ideas and they support wholeheartedly, not just on face value. These qualities you can observe in their areas of interest and influence wherever you're working among your staff every day. And you will be very clear whether they have the right potential or they have the communication abilities or not. And once you identify, you can know, you really know where to work and bring them up and use them more effectively, so that ultimately right person is used at the right place, benefiting the institution or the organization. It's very important to see each person have different kind of qualities. Each qualities has to be identified and used accordingly. The finest leadership point or quality in growing leaders. Thank you very much.